Welcome to Catopia. The guys and I here, we had a little talk and we decided we needed to spruce things up here a bit in Catopia. Talk about tigers. Urban tigers, tales of a cat vet. Now, one of the first things I'm always asked when I do a reading is, are the stories true? Yes, the stories are true. There are some adjustments. I tend to make characters composites of real people. I also adjust timelines a bit so the story flows a bit better, and sometimes I embellish just to make it a bit more interesting. My main character, Dr. Hughie Doucette, is based on Dr. Hughie Chisholm. They're both very similar in that they're great vets, kind, caring people who love cats. The Hughie Doucette of my story has a little bit more hair than the Hughie Doucette, than the real Hughie Doucette. But then the Emily of my story has brown hair and no wrinkles, so there you go. Emily, of course, is based a little bit on me, and she's based on veterinarians who have worked at the cat practice and other staff as well. She sort of represents my beliefs and values and some of my experiences and those of others. So, chapter 1 opens with a pregnant cat coming to the hospital. She's been locked in a suitcase for 4 hours, accidentally. She's in pretty rough shape and she needs to have a C-section right away. Kittens are in distress. It's a true story. Now, Dr. Hughie, the real-life Dr. Hughie, had done C-sections before, although they're not that common in cats. They tend to get along quite well without our assistance. But Emily McBride and me had never been involved in a C-section before. So I'm writing from the experience of myself as well as the experience of Dr. Doucette here. And for a cat, it's kind of unusual. Their uterus and ovaries are shaped like this. This is the uterus. There are 2 uterine horns. In a cat who's not in heat, they're about that thickness, number 10 needle. If they're in heat, they're about that thickness, roughly. If they're pregnant, they're like this, with kittens inside each uterine horn. And it was one of the most awesome experiences of my life to see. Mom was lying on the table. She couldn't do anything. She was sound asleep, and this was up to us to save these kittens. And it was they're so fragile and so beautiful. To me, this is creation. This is life. And it was a very special moment to be able to help these kittens and to save every single one of them. And so I guess it was a life-changing moment for me, and that's why it's the first chapter of my book. So tune in to next week. See you later.